Hey YouTube, it's Cameron Dundas from Team Party Starters. This is going to be our part 2 of our side deck monster video. We're going to have part 3, which is going to be traps. Possibly for part 4 it'll take up to, but we'll have spells and extra deck cards as well. Alright, like and subscribe.
Alright. This card I think is also really good. Meteion, the Ultimate Time Lord, cannot be special summoned from the deck. If you control no monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. You take no battle damage from battles involving this face-up attack position card. At the end of the battle phase, if this card was attacked or was attacked, return all monsters on the field to the hand and inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card returned. During standby phase, shuffle this card into the deck, even if face down. Alright. This card, I think, he's good against Evil Swarms. He's good against so many decks, especially with the XYZs. They have to just go right back. Or if they have a whole field of monsters, just put them all right back. They take damage for it, too. I mean, you can't really complain. It's just such a diverse card, this format. It can be used against so many decks. I think where we see more play of it, more than it already is. And if you have it, I suggest siding it if you can.
It's really good to like stall out people too. I feel.
An old one, Neospacian Grand Mole. I mean, this card is a little bit more has been kind of hated on this format to the guy next to it, Penguin Soldier. But we'll get back to him in a minute. I mean, I love Neospacian Grand Mole. It bounces both back to the hand, and I mean, what is there to complain about that? I mean, you can attack into Ophion, especially with XYZs and Synchros. They're all every deck basically runs one or the other, unless you're running like a Chaos Dragons or something.
That card has fucked me over so many times when I put down Kylo's game, and that's the only card they could put down, and it just fucks me over so bad.
Alright, so this guy Penguin Soldier, it depends on how you like to kind of like play. But Penguin Soldier can be better or worse. It's all situational. Penguin Soldier I feel is great because it's almost like a hidden element of surprise. Like they don't know if it's the Raikou, they don't know what it is. It could be anything. And when you flip a Penguin Soldier, like, oh damn. Like you return your Ophion and Bahamut or whatever, and they can't do anything about it. I mean, you might even have Penguin Soldier still up on the field, or if it's attacked by an Ophion, you flip the Ophion to hand, and you take your Penguin Soldier back to hand and just set it the next turn. And then they're not going to want to attack you. And then you just flip it up on your turn, return. I mean, you can't complain with that. Alright, next card. Psyblocker. Alright, this card, it can be used in it can be used against any deck as long as you can defend it. Compared to Prohibition, they're very similar cards, but the only difference is this card, you can change what you're using it against. And I like that. I like that aspect. You can be like, oh, this turn I'm going to use Ophion, but now I know he can't get out Ophion. He's like done with monsters. I'm going to say like Dark Hole, or you can do whatever. And what I think is great is because of the heavy back row format, you can defend this card a few turns and stall out the game so you can win.
And also the thing with Prohibition too is that it doesn't affect the cards that are face down, while that does technically.
Alright, next card. Puppet Plant. This card is great. I mean, there's not much I can say. By discarding this card from your hand or graveyard, take control of one face-up monster, face-up warrior, or spellcaster type monster your opponent controls to the end of this turn. It's like the Electric Virus for spellcasters and warriors. It's really good. I can't complain. It's the same exact thing against the spellcaster decks right now, or even against, let's say, you get that random 6-Sam deck at your locals. Side it. Alright, here comes Snowman Eater. He is I feel now, he's a great card. I feel like he's not as good as he was with Fencing Fire Ferret out, because he inflicts the 500. But I like Snowman Eater's defense. 1900 is great. And when this card is flipped up, face up, target one face-up monster on the field, destroy that target. I think it's a great card, and I love how it's like water. I also like how it's level 3. So if it doesn't get destroyed when you flip it face up, pop one, go into a 3. That's the only negative. Fire Ferret has to be destroyed. Alright. Stealth Bird. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down to ends position when this card is flipped. Flip summon, flip 1,000 damage to your opponent. The reason why I'm adding this card in is because I feel there's many stall decks. And if decks are going to stall, this card's great. Like Final Countdown, at 10 turns. If you summon the first turn, they're probably going to scoop. Because what are they? Unless they can get Stealth Bird off the field, they can't do anything. So if you put 2 Stealth Birds in and start flipping them off every turn, they can't do anything. And you're going to win. Alright, next card. Swift Scarecrow. When your opponent monster declares a direct attack, you can discard this card to negate the attack and end the battle phase. This is a quick effect. What I love about all these cards like Puppet Plant and Electric Virus, Swift Scarecrow, you can search them out by dropping the max C. And you can use them from hand. I like Swift Scarecrow better than Battle Fader because you can negate summons, but you can't really, it's much harder to negate Swift Scarecrow. Say like Mind Drain, or there's some cards that can, but it's a lot harder to. And also the Vanishing Target in Dragons, which is also nice. Thunder King Ryo. I think everyone knows the effect, but neither player can add Horror's hand, and someone's gonna special summon something, you can negate it by tributing this card. It's a great stun card. Has a solid 1900 attack, and it allows you to attack and stop them from doing anything. Especially with a heavy back row, you can just stop them from bringing out any monsters like Solemn, do all this, and so you just keep poking them. Or XYZ, you can do whatever. Vanity's Fiend. I think this card is overlooked by some people, but if let's say you run tributes or you know you can stall and get tributes really easily, why not run it? When this card cannot be special summon, well, this card sits from field, neither player can special summon monsters. So let's say you already have your setup with, say, Ophion, or you have your like boss, you can leave that out and then bring out this guy by just setting one or doing whatever. And they're not gonna, let's say you have a Penguin Soldier set, they know that what you have set, they're not gonna want to attack into it. So you just flip it off, do whatever, then you contribute it. Bring out this guy, what are they gonna do? Alright, we have one last monster for today. We have Fossildyna, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this.
Pachycephalo, I want to say?
Neither player can special summon monsters. When this card is flipped face up, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. It's another great card, this format. Everyone's special summoning, except for like Evil Sword, but I mean, what can you complain about this card? It's great, it's had use in many formats, and it continue will. Guys, look in the next video, I'll have one posted tomorrow, and I'll do traps tomorrow. Maybe mix in some spells. I might do half the traps and half the spells. I'll figure it out. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye!